Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Crusader Kings 3. It's been a while since I last played this game, not since the last DLC was released, but we do have a new expansion coming out in just a couple of months, and I need to get some practice in. So let's go achievement hunting, shall we? Now, the specific achievement I'm thinking of is Blood Eagle, which, surprise, surprise, requires that I play as a Viking. Specifically, one of the sons of the legendary Ragnar Lothbrok himself, and conquer the entirety of the Empire of Britannia. I don't need to form Britannia, I just need to own all of it. Now, I could play as one of 5 different characters, including one that's located in England and one in Scotland, I think. But I'm going to go for the famous Sigurdr Snake-in-the-Eye. This guy should be fun, easily poised to become King of Denmark if he so chose, but instead, I will be sailing west like my father before me and conquering all of Britannia. Of course, this does need to be in Iron Man mode. Let's get started. Okay, here we are in Shelland. Now, this should be relatively easy for me to defend, especially if I make a couple of early game moves. Specifically, I have a brother in Upland who I'm sure would be happy to ally me, so let's go ahead and do that. Also, I don't really want my western neighbor to attack me, ever, because I've got other things that I'm going to be worried about. So, let's go to the Jarldom of Jylland over here and see if we can arrange a marriage that will bond us together. I have a 7-year-old daughter. Perfect. Let's try that. And do you have a son? You do. It is Fririk. Perfect. All right, we'll go ahead and get these two betrothed. And this means that they should not be interested in attacking me. So now my borders are secure. Let's take a look at our character itself. What do we get as far as lifestyle perks? We got stewardship. Interesting. Under architect, I can't say that I really like these. They're all right. They're okay, but like, meh. There are better options that I could probably get, such as golden obligations, so I can demand payment and start extorting people. That's pretty fun. What other do we have? War Profiteer? Yes, monthly income while at war. I fully expect that I'm going to be at war for pretty much the entire game, so this is going to be really helpful. And then Fear for Troops is really good, because it means I can get a lot of dread built up in the martial focus, and then I just reduce my maintenance costs for men-at-arms, which is one of the largest draws on my gold. So getting these two together will mean that I'll be in a really good spot. Beyond that, I mean, extorting is really good here, especially if you do go for intrigue. Golden aplomb is okay if you're stressed, but I'm probably not going to worry about that. Vassal tax contribution can be nice, but remember, we're tribal, so it doesn't do as much as you would like. Really, if we're going to have 4 perks, I think going for these 4 right here might be the best. Though I suppose we could go for at any cost. No, that's a terrible idea. I don't want to sell titles. All right, but here's the thing. You might say, well, what are you going to do about all these? You're going to sit here in the stewardship lifestyle for the next 20 years? I mean, I could, but I'd rather not. I found out recently, I had no idea you could do this. You can just reset your perks. I mean, yeah, it gives you an extra stress level, but I mean, in my case, worth it. I don't want these 4. Let's reset these perks. Boom, I've been overwhelmed by stress. All right, done. Thank you. So, we need to choose a focus. I have 4 perks that apparently I'm not allowed to spend. I need to first actually go for some sort of a lifestyle focus here, don't I? Well, if that's the case, let's go for a basic wealth focus for now, and that's going to let me get the golden obligations. That's going to let me get War Profiteer, then Fearful Troops, and my domain so I can extort my subjects. After that, I will need to wait a little bit of time before I then swap over to, let's say, an authority focus, because remember, the extra dread will start stacking up with Fearful Troops. So I want to swap over to this pretty much as soon as I'm going to be allowed, which won't be for at least a little while. Okay, so that's all taken care of. Blah, 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 blah. Hold the Grand Blut. No, I'm not going to worry about that right now. My heir does need an education. We could probably arrange that for my child. Educate? Sure, I'll become my own guardian. That'll be fine. 11, 11, 15 stats. Not terrible. Not the best, but not terrible. What kind of stats does my wife have? She's decently good at intrigue and pretty average at just about everything else. Can't say that I'm very pleased with that, but oh well. Let's go to the council and set you to a military focus, because I'm pretty sure we're going to want those stats. My cleric does approve of me. That's certainly a good thing, so that's going to make my life easier. We have a marshal over here who is currently organizing levies. That's good. That said, Yeah, I think we stick on this for now, but eventually we may want to swap over to Men-at-Arms Maintenance minus 25%. I've underestimated the value of this for a while. It's actually quite good. We could try to recruit some new stewards, but here's the thing. I'm pretty confident that once I start conquering places in Britannia, it's more or less going to sort itself out, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Anything else I care about over here? Not quite yet. I mean, I guess I take that back. We could extort subjects right now. Take gold from someone in my realm. You know what? I say, yeah, let's do that. And also, whenever this becomes available, I need a notification. Let's extort some folks. Also, can we start looking for some new champions? If there's anything we learned from the last series, the Prince of Darkness series, it's that champions are really, really, really powerful, and you should be getting them whenever possible. 3 gold for this guy? Absolutely. We're going to allow that. And probably forbid you. Well, how many champions can we have? 6? Okay, let's go ahead and grab you 2 then. Yeah, champions are really good. Now, granted, in the last series, they were literally vampires, so they were grossly OP. But don't worry about it. It's completely fine. All right, so the next thing we need to do is start looking for ways to get into the British Isles and Ireland in some way. Getting into Ireland is probably the easiest. They'll be nice and weak tribals that don't have a lot of troops. I'm looking for the weakest possible target over here. That's probably not you since you don't have coastal access. 440 over here, you wouldn't be too bad. I assume I can get to you. Yeah, you're not bad. Oriel could be kind of good. And then definitely not dealing with Jarl Ivor. Absolutely not. That is no. We're going to have to deal with him at a later date. Desmond could kind of work for me as well. I don't suppose I already have any claims on anything. I really, really doubt it. Jarldin of Upland, Sodermanland, and Neric. No, I do not. Okay, well, give me a minute to figure out how I'm actually going to get into either Alba or Wales or Ireland. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. I forgot. I'm a tribal. I don't need a reason to go kill people. See, I knew there was a reason I wanted to play as Sigurd. He's great. Okay, fun fact, though, I apparently can't reach places like Desmond. He's too far away. So is this guy over here. So the weakest target that I can reach in Ireland specifically is going to end up being Oriel over here at 600 men. Seems reasonable enough. We'll go ahead and declare this war for a conquest of the county. I have more troops than they do. Not a lot more money, but this will work, and it only costs me a tiny bit of prestige. So just like that, we have declared our first war. Because, I mean, this is going to be the way we play the game. I do want some men-at-arms. Let's see. We have Bondi and Vigman at the moment. Okay. I could add in some extra regiments at the cost of only prestige, which seems reasonable to me. Let's see. Right now we have... What are Bondi counting as? They are spearmen, okay, and we have archers. Those seem good. I could add on more. What are Vigmen good at, specifically? These are unique types of troops. They're good at fighting in Scandinavia, basically, and they're good in the winter. Aha! Well, I mean, that's great and all. They counter skirmishers? Bowmen would let me fight in hills, forests, and such, which are going to be primarily what we have to deal with in England. So it'd actually be better to get myself some bowmen rather than have these Vigmen. We'll go ahead and pick up one of these. And Bondi are good in farmlands, plains, terrible in the hills and the mountains. Oh, that's good. Okay, well, I do need spearmen. I'm thinking we get some pikemen then. Mountains, desert mountains, and hills. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab some of these guys as well. All right. Time to raise up all of the armies. It'll take me a little bit of time to get over there, and then we'll head over to Ireland. I have had my first mental break because I reset my perks. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. What should we do? Well, we could become a flagellant and become wounded. Or we could become a drunkard. No, I'd rather probably just go ahead and accept the stress. We'll find ways to fix that later. Also, we are now extorting a subject. Excellent. All right. What would work for me here? Remember, we gain dread by doing this. This is one of the good things about extortion. We would upset some people, for absolute sure. I do not want to take an act of tyranny, so I guess we would have to do this. Lose some opinion, gain the dread, gain some money. Boom! Oh, also, yes, alliances are now a thing, and let's go to speed 5. Also, let's remember that I'm losing prestige because I have raised up my levies. My son is impressed with one of the household champions. After finally meeting in person, he has been repeating the warrior's words. Greatness comes in time, be there to grasp it when it does. Become patient. Patient is a good trait, generally speaking, but there are probably better options. Let's see, become generous? Generous is good, for sure, but I don't like losing income. Diligent is one of the best traits in the game. Yeah, I guess we are going to make... I hate to gain more stress, but I think I'll accept it. We're going to make our heir a diligent character. Fantastic. All right. We have our men. Now, we need to place a new commander in charge, specifically me, because I want to give glory unto myself. I have 19 command power. That's good enough. Let's get over here to Oriel. And we're going to siege this down as fast as we can and pray that he doesn't have enough troops to properly ward me off. Oh, off we go, a Viking, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Can we land over here instead? Yes, we can, and now we don't have to worry about the landing penalty. That's stupid. Why did he let me do that? I do not know. Attack! And crush! And the Irish have already fallen apart. High Chiefess inspires recruitment. Fantastic. Oh, and we've managed to capture somebody. Can I ransom you? No? Oh, well. Maybe someday we'll be able to. Also, an enemy has joined the war. Who the heck are you? Somebody of Cumberland. I'll be honest, you don't scare me. You've only got 142 men. Maybe I should have attacked you instead. That might have actually been the way to go, but oh well. I have an injured champion. No! Don't be injured. You need to stay alive. I need as many champions as possible. We like champions. Champions are good. Was this actually one of my good champions? No, not really. Only 6. It's just kind of okay. We could recruit someone else for only 3 gold, and I will. And there, we found a replacement already. See how easily you are replaced? You mean nothing to me. You never will. A new claimant. Oh, goody. The person that I peeved off has apparently acknowledged somebody's claim. Right. Well, cool. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that I peeved off, right? Yeah, I extorted this guy. Well, he still has a positive relation. I'm surprised that he allowed that claim to happen. Oh, well. We have now occupied Oriel, which means we could now take this territory. But first... before we do these things, we always go to our court and look for prisoners and just make sure that there's nothing else I can do. I could execute this person. And here's the great thing about being a zealous Viking. I lose stress when I murder Christians. And there are a lot of Christians in Britain. So I gain dread and piety and I lose stress. And I'm totally allowed to do this. So basically, we're just going to be mass executing all of our prisoners from here on out. Okay, well, that was easy. Let's go ahead and just enforce our demands, and boom, I now own a piece of Ireland. And it should be very easy for me to just go ahead and start taking everything else from here. Absolutely hilarious. Let's disband the army. Question, can I move my rally point over into Ireland? Oh, yes, I can. Well, that means I don't even have to worry about transporting my troops over here anymore. Yes, this is going to be a little bit nuts. Raise a runestone. Fun. But no, what we need to do now is probably hand off some territory. Take that back. I've got 4 holdings. We don't have to worry about that right now. Who else is weak? You! You're weak! We're going to declare war on you next! This is literally going to be what I do for pretty much the entirety of this run, I think. I'm pretty confident I'm going to. Oh, good, a faction has been created of peasant rabble. Yes, I care about that. When I grow up, I want to be, I don't know. A sudden sharp pain in the back of my shin is accompanied by a blood-curdling scream from behind me. I pivot, ready to defend myself, and am confronted by the tiny form of Alof wielding a hefty wooden stick for a club. Fear me! The dread Viking Alof has come for your gold and your monks! Screams my daughter. Oh, I so very much approve of this. She's more likely to become a shield maiden. Heck yes, absolutely. A noble goal indeed. Please do so. All right, my Vikings have mysteriously teleported over to Ireland. Let's kill. And we capture the hostage. You know, I could just take his land and end the war, but I won't. Instead, we're going to take his money. Because money is fun. We like money. I love money. If there's anything I love, it is money. Remember, by the way, I haven't even gone a Viking yet. We can start raiding people anytime we want. Oh, good. We captured another person. Can I ransom you? No. Are you Christian? Yes. Then we shall execute you. And as a result, I have become More dreadful than before. 18 dread, which should be reducing my men-at-arms costs. And we've already won the war. Frick me. Vikings are just too good, dude. They're too freaking good. All right, what kind of duchy titles are we looking at? Ulster, Connaught, okay. So over here in this territory, we're going to go ahead and grant this off to somebody. I need to give it to probably a high prowess character if possible, or martial. How about you, my champion? Yes. You actually have pretty decent stats anyway. We'll go ahead and give this off to you. And you shall become the new, I don't know, what's the title actually considered? A chieftain, I guess, not a jarl. That's fine, though. So now he is my vassal. Fantastic. Also, somebody is offering a concubine. Who? What hang on. What are you good at? Not really much of anything. I think I'm gonna have to decline on this one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a Viking. I like taking concubines as much as the next man, but she's gotta have some really good traits. Speaking of traits, let's see, our house here, I think I just saw that we gained a legacy. Wanderlust, diplomatic range goes up. Oh, okay, also, bonus troops above the cap whenever we go adventuring. Yeah, remember that's a thing we could do in the Norse Lords. I could have actually just abandoned Shelland entirely and adventured my way over to something bigger, like, let's say, Wessex. That could have been a thing. But why? When I can instead just use that as my economic base while I just start systematically murdering the Irish? This seems like a far easier way to go. Conquer County? Yeah, it cost me some prestige. But who cares? You actually have 2? Oh, hello. Wait a minute, that can't be right. You actually do indeed have 2. Oh. Oh, this guy's a vassal. Well, forget that. Why don't we just go to Ulster? Who are you fighting against? I don't know. I see people fighting, but I don't... You are fighting someone. Raided. Oh, you're being raided? Well, that's great. That means you're weak. Let's just go ahead and murder Ulster. Raise the armies. Oh, look, they're right here. I pick winner. I lose some stress, and my acquaintance was killed by somebody. I had acquaintances? I wasn't expecting to have any acquaintances, but that's fine. All right, I'm hopping in over here now, and I'm just going to kill whoever comes back. Or better yet, wait, where am I? Why am I not actively sieging this land? Because I can't? Yes, I can. There we go. We're doing it. Also, my High Chiefess encourages chivalry, which gets me 75 more prestige, which is the exact amount that I need to go conquering more people. Also, somebody's angry at me. I don't care. Hey, stewardship life perk. What do we want? How about vassal tax contribution? And can I now swap over to something else? No, I can't. Ugh. When can I swap focuses? There has to be something that tells me when I can swap my focus. I don't know what it is or where or when, but it's got to happen at some point. Also, my wife is preggo. Fan-flippin-tastic. All right, well, that was easy. We conquered some more people. Let's go to our court, and we have a bunch of prisoners. Excellent. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ransom you guys for some money. Tiny little bits of money wherever possible. Oh, wait. I gain a hook on you. No. Forget that. Actually, darn it, I can't. I would have actually preferred to just murder her, but oh well. I suppose that's not an option. Ransom you, execute you. Boom, there goes my stress. Dude, who's worried about stress? I can be stressed out all the time. It doesn't even matter. All right. Well, that's all done. Let's go ahead and enforce demands, and boom. Within, like, a couple of weeks, we seem to be already conquering the entirety of Ireland. I find this sort of hilarious. I am being raided. By whom? You? Only one of us is allowed to do the raiding, and it is me. I shall crush you. You have been crushed. I will now disband my troops. There we go. Who else wants some? Anyone? What about you? You got 600 men. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and attack you too. Yep, this is CK3, ladies and gentlemen. I think some people find this game particularly challenging, and it definitely can be if you are the type of person who wants to play legitimately and like, oh wait, hang on, he's coming back over here. Play legitimately and like try to finagle your way diplomatically to conquering kingdoms and blah, blah, blah. Alternatively, you just play as a Viking and you kill everyone for everything. It's awesome. Let's see, accusations of witchcraft. Oh, I don't know. Let's see, upset peasants, I gain experience. Nah. Killer, gain piety. Yep, that works. Or a new advisor. Are you good at anything? Should you be my concubine? No, you're just a wise woman. Fine, killer, gain some piety. I'm surprised that I care. Why would I care about witches? I think that Vikings like witches or something, don't they? Oh, good. I captured this person. Well, tell you what. Instead of just winning the war outright, let's go ahead and ransom these people. Look how much money he's got. He's got a load of money. 10 more. It's not a lot, but I'll take it. And you? You I execute. Boom. How's my dread doing? We're up to 27. I mean, that's pretty good. Now, the one problem I have is that... Oh, my brother Bjorn has died. One problem I have, of course, with my dread is it's going to decay very quickly. I'm not apparently all that intimidating, but oh well. So, Bjorn of Upland has died. So that means my alliance is over now, right? Let's see. A grand stone ship. We could do something to try and just send my brother off. Stone ship will do. Wait, people built stone ships back in those days? What the heck were you doing with stone ships? I don't know, but they were. Beneficial deals. I get extra money. Also more notable guests. You'd make a good commander. No, you wouldn't. Your prowess is 4. Shut up. Wait, never mind. 21 marshal. You're not bad after all. Recruit to court. 8 gold. I'll take it. Why not? Maybe we need a better marshal someday. I stand in front of the small crowd of mourners, eyes sweeping over each of the weeping bereaved in turn, and begin my speech. Bjorn had a singular drive. Perhaps that's why he was considered a fine jarl, a feat that he may never be surpassed in. Their barrow behind me already contains a small facsimile of a ship, traced in weighty headstones and filled with cobbles, is already buried beneath a weighty grave of earth. Oh, this is like in Valheim, where like we found like the buried ships. I just assumed they were buried. I didn't realize that was a burial thing. Huh, that's interesting. Let's see, fishy business. It began as an occasional treat, an unusual habit, but I'm a good Norseman, and what good Norseman hasn't eaten some dodgy herring in this time? Over the last few weeks, though, somebody's predilection for utterly rotten fish has gone from terrible idiosyncrasy to pungent omnipresence. So somebody, who are you? My Hrafgadi, oh, my, like, cleric person, apparently really likes disgusting fish. Right, okay, well, let's see. I can make everyone happy and grateful that I made her stop eating the rotten fish. There's a chance that she stops endorsing me. And maybe I become more rivalrous, or I could lose some stress, or I could gain a hook, or throw her in the dungeon, or lose some stress and become absent. Let's just have a chat. Oh, good. It worked. I put my point across eloquently. She's not peeved at me. Fantastic. Ah, Sigurdr Snake-in-the-Eye, ridding the world of disgusting fish, one step at a time. Actually, don't like the Scandinavians in general just eat like some really disgusting fish? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Don't they have like this, like either pickled or canned, like almost literally rotten fish? Isn't that a thing? I could be wrong on that point, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Yes, by all means, attack my 2,000 with your 50. Oh, good, I got a stewardship perk. There we go. Boom, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and enforce these demands, and boom. That is one more province that belongs to me. And another perk. Wow, that was really quick, actually. Detailed ledgers? I'm probably not going to have many Republican vassals, if I'm honest. But we're never going to become stressed either. Taxman? You know, maybe it would be worth just going for cutting cornerstones at this point. I think we will. Can I swap yet? Yes! All right, time to go to a dread gain focus with authority. Boom. Now we're going to start gaining a lot of experience over here, and I'm going to try to become an overseer and build that dread up real high. The higher my dread, the cheaper my men-at-arms are going to become, which basically means at some point they'll be practically free. That's going to be absolutely ludicrous. All right, well, this has been a very exciting start as we start just marauding across Ireland, and you better believe I don't intend on stopping until I've conquered pretty much all of it. Frankly, because we're a Viking and I can use prestige, I might be able to just go to war non-stop until I've conquered everything and accomplished this whole thing in one character, which would be ridiculous, but hilarious, and I think totally possible. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to this series. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.